Bound. This is Star Trek Enterprise Season 4. We're approaching the end of Season 4 and of Enterprise itself. Looking forward to seeing the end and bringing all these reviews to you. It was a fun ride going through all this stuff. So let's talk about this one using my space system, story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get. I'll give the storyline a 1. They encounter the Orion Syndicate. There's the slave girls. There's this guy saying, oh, we can form an alliance together and we'll help you out and it'll all be great and we'll be one big happy family. And and here's a gift, these 3 Orion women. And once they get on the ship, they start causing all these problems because they're pheromones that gives the women a headache. It makes the men crazy in love with them, and they'll do anything that they say. They're highly suggested. They can suggest things. Of course, they're bad guys. Of course, they're trying to get the ship. You come to find out that really the Orion women, the slave women, are not really slaves. Really, they're more like in charge because they can control the men this way. Actually, I've thought of that before. Like if the men just do whatever they want because they're so intoxicated, they're kind of in charge. So that was kind of interesting. I'm giving it a 1 out of 2 though, because it didn't really, this was just an episode. You didn't learn too much about the Orion Syndicate, a little bit with the women and stuff. And look, you knew exactly what was going to happen. Like there was no suspense. It's like, we know that they're bad guys. You just watch it play out. So, to that end, I mean, the pacing, I'll give it a 1.5. Like the pacing was fine. I wasn't bored or anything like that, but it wasn't really a big nail biting episode where you're like, oh my God, like what's going to happen? It was all right. You know, the girls go around, they get different guys to turn on each other. And, now Trip is not affected because he was, and T'Pol's not affected because she's Vulcan, but she's been having dreams about Trip and he's been having dreams about her, and that sort of give them a connection, and his mental capacity was, I guess, increased or something, you know, whatever. I'll get to the characters in a minute. Yeah, so that's fine. You know, I wasn't bored. It was all right. Artistry, I'll give it 1.5. Like, you know, the Orions look cool. Their ship looked cool. You got the makeup. The women look good. They are like they fixed all the makeup now, so it doesn't seem as like, you know, when they would touch it, like there'd be green left over. So that was kind of good. The main guy, the Orion guy, looked pretty cool. Yeah, it's fine. It's a ship one mostly, so there's not really a lot to talk about. It's not gonna get a 2 out of 2 or whatever. Maybe it's even just a 1. But you know, I liked it. It was pretty cool. I'll give it 1.5. Everything looked good. You know, blah blah blah. Characters, I'll give the characters a 1.5. I did like the T'Pol and Trip thing, and now Trip is going to stay with Enterprise because, like, you want him to stay, right? So he got T'Pol to admit that she wants him to stay for her personal reasons, not because he's a good officer and we should have you here and you're a great engineer. I do feel bad for that other engineer guy because you're like, yeah, you're not staying on here, buddy. Like, you're going back, you're getting out of here. He did his best, and they were able to, the Orion girl was able to manipulate that guy. Archer got manipulated a little bit. Phlox was feeling the effects. I like that Hoshi was like, hey, you know, like, come on guys, snap out of this. That was fun. So all in all, the characters are still really great in this one. Nothing stupid happened. I enjoyed it. So yeah, that's fine. Enjoyment factor, I'll give it a 1.5. I'm kind of a sucker. You know, if the characters are okay and the story's a bit more basic, but I still feel like it's kind of cool and it's something neat, I'll give it a pass. So this episode is getting the pass. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It's fine. You know, the next ones are the mirror universe, so that's going to be very interesting once we get to those. So this one, it's a good little time passer just to, you know, get to the next episode. So overall, I really enjoyed it. Still 7 out of 10. It's a good score. So that's it. We're getting close to the end here, guys. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing. Check out the playlist for Star Trek, and we're going to be doing Blake's 7 once Star Trek is done. So that'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing that. That's it, everybody. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this one. All right. Thanks for watching. Until next time.